the bottom, but a lot of these guys are going up onto the outside lane as we now have 25 laps to go left in this race.
And you know what, Charles? I love Maines because he's not like literally banging somebody out of the way, but he's fighting for his position. He's like marking his territory, if you will, staying on the inside of the racetrack, not letting anybody get to the outside and from the outside get down into his inside. And if you get in his way, he'll give you a little bump, if you will, but then he'll back off. He's not trying to wreck anybody. This is what you call good, hard esports racing by a top 15 national iRacer right here in Garrett Maines from Powelton, Virginia.
Yeah, there's a reason it's called a bumper. It's not a get by you without touching you. It's a bumper. You use it, you don't wreck people, but it's there in case you need to bump someone a little bit. You don't wreck them. You just give them a bump, a nudge, a little hello, how you do? I'm gonna go by you now.
That's right.
So the question is,
settling in for the final 20 laps, 22 to go here.
Does Garrett Maines have enough to get by the 04? I definitely think he's got enough motor and enough talent behind the wheel to catch the 04 of Matthew Lee. But all Matthew Lee has really got to do right now is keep that car on the bottom of the track. That is where Garrett Maines has been so fast. And if he can hold off that bottom line, he's got him. But I don't think the car is handling like it needs to be to stay down on the bottom for Matthew Lee right now.
Coming up on the LSR, 20 to go. For more information on LSR TV and this coverage, go to livesimracing.com. LSR 20 to go. The leader out in front is Garrett Maines, Matthew Lee right there again, and they begin to battle for wins here. Some of the best of iRacing. Continuing, Virginia and Maine 1 and 2. Garrett Maines will go back to the front, and by the way, he was the fast qualifier, and he had to fight to get back to the lead, might I add.
Yeah, he fought and clawed to get back to the lead, and that is where he's at. And, I don't see any reason he won't stay there throughout the remainder of this race. But we go back a little bit here. You've got Tarasenko, Howell, Ellison. Right now, they are running in 3rd, 4th, and 5th. While the front two have kind of checked out right now, 3rd, 4th, and 5th, and even 6th for that matter, that's where the battle is, and that's where it's really unclear as to who's going to be in the podium.
Yeah, for sure. Down the back straightaway, watching this continue to happen for Peyton Howell. Gabriel Ellison behind him, the Daytona exhibition winner last Wednesday night for the NASRA Outlaw Super Late Model Series. Watching them drivers now go back in the corner with the 11 with a punt there, trying to get around Tarasenko for 3rd. Tarasenko holding him off on the outside to the inside. Right there, 11 to the outside. He'll now play block on the machine of Gabriel Ellison to his inside as they come to the stripe. 14 laps to go here at North Wilkesboro. Round 1, picking them up, putting them down. Who will it be here tonight for the opening race of the NASRA Outlaw Super Late Model Series, officially for points race number 1?
Yeah, and
to go.
We haven't used this camera, or these cameras, I should say, here tonight. Yeah, this is a different view, Wesley. If you ever wondered what it was like to be at North Wilkesboro and possibly be a fan here, well, the track's not open anymore, but here's your view behind the gate as if you're watching as a fan from different points on the track.
12 laps to go. Pick your poison, ladies and gentlemen. This is it. We're going to take you commercial-free to the finish of this deal unless we get a caution. 11 laps remaining. These super late models roaring their way back to turn 1. Look at these awesome camera angles. Awesome work by Charles Wooten and Will Duvall on the production team here for LSR TV. For those that are listening to the CRN Sports Network, they're going to be coming to 10 laps to go. This time by at the start-finish line. The leader is Garrett Maines from the state of Virginia. Maines Matthew Lee is in 2nd spot. Canada's Tarasenko 3rd. Howell and Ellison the top 5. Pick your poison here in Wilkesboro. It's time to decide who's going to be the opening winner. This camera shot back to turn 1. It's all Maines, but this battle continues now between the drivers of Howell and Ellison for 4th and 5th off 2.
Yeah, again, this is for top 5, which isn't a podium, but what it is a good start to the points series with 8 laps to go. It's going to determine, you obviously want to get as many points as you can moving in to, race number 2. You got to set yourself up for a good season. It's not all about winning, Wesley, as you know. It's about the championship. Well, unless you're out here just for the money.
And remember, to first finish the race, you must first finish.
This is a valid
And let's see what happens as this is coming down to the wire. 7 laps to go here at North Wilkesboro. Look who's out in front. The driver leading the way of Garrett Maines. Meaning this is a fixed setup for all the drivers. The only thing you could do, preferably, is change your racing line. Drive the bottom. Catfish on the inside. Drive up in the fluff if it's a dirt track. Drive up in the marbles if it's in the pavement world mentality of the vocabulary of describing it, or in the middle lane. You got to decide where you want to run to. We've seen brake rotors cherry red on the cars. We've seen sparks. We've seen damage. We've seen the comeback to the front. Garrett Maines and more. Out in front now, 4 laps to go. Time to bring this to the finish here at North Wilkesboro in round 1 of Outlaw Super Late Model Racing for NASRA.
Yeah, and it looks like the top 3 are pretty solidified as to who they're going to be. But right now, the battle for 4th is obviously still under fire with only about 3/10 separating them. And there's a really good battle going on back here for 8th and 9th, basically 8th position with a 99 of Edwards, who's had an up and down day. But that's not here nor there as we're coming up on 1 to go. Final lap going to be coming out this next time by the flag stand.
And somebody asked the question, John DeRochi, are they good on fuel? Yes, they are, as they'll come off of turn number 4. Last lap remains here for the Love of Motorsports 155. One of the top 15 best of iRacing. Coming back here tonight, making round number 1 be his from the pole. Garrett Maines from Powelton, Virginia, wins round 1 of the Outlaw Super Late Model Series under the NASRA sanctioning banner here at North Wilkesboro. Second spot will go to Matthew Lee from Maine. Canada's Jason Tarasenko will finish 3rd. Daytona winner Gabriel Ellison 4th. Peyton Howell in the top 5. RS Center, Devin Landry, Bladen Edwards, Brandon Gagnon, and Jason Maines, the top 10. Garrett Maines picking them up and putting them down here tonight at North Wilkesboro. What a performance. What a comeback the last 35 laps, if you will, Charles Wooten, for him to win here tonight at North Wilkesboro.
Yeah, it definitely was an amazing race for that Smithfield number 1 machine. He was number 1 on your car and number 1 on the track here tonight as well.
Garrett Maines, Matthew Lee, Jason Tarasenko, all the top 3 drivers. We're going to grab them and more coming up on the Clan Wars Servers post-race wrap-up here on LSR TV, Race on Texas, and on the CRN Sports Network. But there is the man out of Powelton, Virginia, celebrating again a big, big win for the driver of the number 1 from the pole. He was the Swag Graphics Fast Qualifier, and the man out of Powelton, Virginia for Smithfield Foods and Sadler Esports picks up another win in his impressive iRacing career here tonight at North Wilkesboro. While he gets ready to light him up and burn him down again, let's show you the unofficial results of tonight's. Wow, talk about that precision driving. Did a burnout and put it in reverse right to his pit stall or to his parking stall to go to victory lane. Now that's talented, Charles. Holy cow.
That is some talent right there. We'll have to talk to him about that here in just a minute. But there is your basically your rundown here of the top 18.
Yes, sir. Garrett Maines is your winner. Matthew Lee will finish in second, almost 4.1 seconds back to the leader. Tarasenko, a good strong run for him, just could not seem to get up there when it counted the most, but the Canadian will have a good points run and finish 3rd. Ellison, Daytona Exhibition winner 4th, and the Howell, the Daytona pole winner last week, will finish in 5th after his problems. RS Center, Devin Landry, Bladen Edwards, Brandon Gagnon, and Jason Maines Maines will come back and finish in the top 10. Charles, give him the bottom and the rest of the rundown.
And, of course, at 11th place, going to be Brandon Hughes. Derek Fulton, our in-race reporter, in 12th. Rhett Sucker in 13th. As Kieran Church going to be in 14th. Chad Grant going to round out your top 15. Billy Smith going to take 16th place. Nicholas Secco going to take 17th. And Mike Anderson will take 18th place. And, of course, Tyler Daniels and Eric Zimmerman, who had an up-and-down night, not finishing the way he wanted to, will round out your 20-car field here tonight. Leslie, it's almost that time, our favorite time, where we get to talk to the top 3 drivers here in the post-race show coming up next.
Hang on. We're still rounding them up. So let's take a quick commercial break. And when we come back, we will have all of the top 3 drivers and officially get underway the Clan Wars servers post-race wrap-up. Let's thank all of the sponsors and then we will grab our top 3 drivers. What a race when it's all said and done. Garrett Maines picking up the first career points win for the NASRA Outlaw Super Late Model Series. More in a moment in the Clan Wars Servers post-race wrap-up on LSR TV. Race on Texas and on the CRN Sports Network. This is NASRA.
ETE Reman is the world's best remanufacturer of transmissions for import and domestic cars and trucks. Based in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, our customers are repair shops, auto parts stores, dealerships, and distributors. And with 6 nationwide warehouses, we're where and when you need us. So when you're looking for a transmission that is like new, only better, instill confidence and install ETE Reman.
Welcome to the Clan Wars Servers post-race wrap-up on CRN Sports Network for audio, LSR TV, and for Race on Texas and iRacing coverage. I'm Wesley Outland, Charles Wooten, and our in-race reporter, Derek Fulton. We're going to get all of our wrap-up thoughts here in just a moment. But right now, let's talk to our top 3 finishers. Winner out of Powelton, Virginia for Sadler Esports in the Smithfield Foods entry, Garrett Maines. You had to fight for this win tonight at North Wilkesboro, especially the last 30 laps. Talk about winning here under the new NASRA banner tonight.
I was honestly clueless on where to go with the strategy. I didn't know, when everybody thought they were going to pit. So, when we had the caution just about halfway, I'm like, there's no way. This is not the time. But then I'm like, well, maybe I'm fast enough here and I've saved my tires. Maybe I can come back through, and if we go green to checkered, I'll have the gas. Because nobody followed me, so I was like, okay, gas it is. And that was just kind of the conservative strategy. You ended up coming back through the field. I knew I had better tires. It just, as everybody started to fall off, I just kind of took it easy. But when we had that caution after like 20 laps, I wasn't sure again, and that was the I think other people thought that I took tires, and so the no-brainer, strategy would be to pit then and undercut me, and it didn't click with me. So I stayed out again.